Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Because I Can morning show. My name is Justin, and we do these morning shows every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'm trying to make the world a little bit better. And we have this great collection of people that come together. Maybe you're watching the show live today. Maybe you're watching it later on in the day. But nonetheless, I hope that you continue to tune in, as I think it's a great place to have some positivity and all that in the world. So what's going on, guys? How you feeling? What's the vibe today? It's Tuesday. We're in the latter parts of winter. We're heading into spring. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling the fucking change of season? Are you ready for spring? You ready for some warmth? Good morning, Marcy. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Donna, Mary, Courtney, Leanne. Good to see you guys. How you feeling today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling? I'm a 5 today. I'm about average, and I'm average. I think I have things I have to get done. I think I'm kind of falling behind. I have some things I have to get done, and it's like when you have like a lot of things that kind of overwhelm behind me. I have just so much stuff, so many ideas coming together. You have to kind of jump. When you have like a lot of things and you just have to commit. You're like, oh, what do I do? What's the decision I'm gonna make? You just have to commit to it. I'm kind of in that phase right now. Good morning, Mom. How are you? Good to see you. Love when my mom tunes in. My dad never tunes in, so Mom, you win. I don't think my dad has ever tuned into one morning show. He doesn't know I do a morning show. So Mom, you win. Carrie's a 6 today on a scale of 1 to 5. Mary's a 5. Victoria Larson, you're a 4. It was so good to see you on the cruise. Carolyn, good morning. My mom says it's a lazy day. She's a 5. Opposed to your big, grandiose days that you have, Mom, where it's just craziness. Good to see you, Brian, Kathy, Donna. All right, we're going to get to my band challenges here. As you know, every day we do a challenge where we put bands against each other, and you tell me which band or artist you like better, and they advance to the next round, okay? We're closing in on the final of the first round. There's 64 total bands that we've been competing with. That'll get narrowed down to 32. And those 32 eventually become 16, then become 8, then they become a final 4, and then we'll get to a final 2, then a final 1. So here are the bands for today. First up, which of these bands do you like more? The Foo Fighters or Def Leppard? The Foo Fighters or Def Leppard? Of course, the Foo Fighters are the once Nirvana broke up, Dave Grohl founded the new band, the Foo Fighters, with Taylor Hawkins. I saw Taylor Hawkins, the drummer, who passed away a few years ago. I saw him. He was originally the drummer for Alanis Morissette on the Jagged Little Pill tour. I saw that at the University of New Hampshire in 1995. The Jagged Little Pill tour, where Taylor Hawkins was the drummer. Versus Def Leppard, another drummer who also had an accident where he lost an arm. Both bands have got massive amounts of hits. I would say, Def Leppard was one of the biggest bands of the 80s. I would say, I don't know who's had more success, the Foo Fighters or Def Leppard. They're both right there. So, Stacy picks the Foo Fighters. Rose picks Def Leppard. Rebecca picks Def Leppard. Danielle picks Def Leppard. Melissa picks the Foo Fighters. Tina picks Def Leppard. So I'm just thinking, if you had to only listen to one of these bands, Def Leppard or Foo Fighters, Brian takes Def Leppard. So far, Def Leppard is winning. Donna Hall takes Def Leppard. Def Leppard has, Pyromania album is unbelievable. Hysteria album is unbelievable. High and Dry was a good album. Trish takes Def Leppard. Holly takes Def Leppard. Carla takes Def Leppard. My mom takes Foo Fighters. Carolyn takes Foo Fighters. Trish takes Def Leppard. Michelle takes Food Fight. That's literally what she wrote, Food Fight. I love you, Michelle, over there in Australia. Kevin takes Def Leppard. Ellen takes Foo Fighters. I think Def Leppard's winning right now. Evelyn takes Def Leppard. Sue takes Def Leppard. Okay, so Def Leppard wins. All right, Def Leppard wins. And that's more of an example of probably our age, right? We have our demographic here is a little bit older, so that's kind of our generation. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you probably really like Def Leppard a lot. But it's interesting. I'd like to see what the stats are on who has more hits. Gosh. It's tough to say because it's two different generations. Leanne takes Def Leppard. Fran takes Foo Fighters. Yalir takes Def Leppard. Nikki Wright takes Foo Fighters. Kathy takes Def Leppard. Def Leppard wins it. More Def Leppard here than Foo Fighters. Okay, next one. Here's an interesting combination. The Cars, the band from Boston, also has one of the greatest debut albums of all time, The Cars, versus Kiss. The Cars versus Kiss, okay? Kiss, to me, is fucking god-awful. Like, I don't know what it is. People love Kiss, but for me, I'm like, I like 3 or 4 of their songs. Lick it up! Lick it! Oh, there's my guy again. Yeah, there he is. Let's give them drumsticks. I got drumsticks for him. Oh, we gotta go to them drumsticks. I'm waiting for them to walk by. I need to go to the office. This guy and his daughter, they walk by every day. I've been needing to give them drumsticks. Oh, I gotta catch up to them. We gotta run fast, yo. We gotta go fast. Here they are. Yo, I've been waiting to see you guys for my sticks. I'm Justin. What's your name?
Darrell. How you doing?
Darrell, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Sorry, my hand's a little greasy.
No, it's okay. Every day I do a Facebook Live. So hi. Every day I do a Facebook Live, and I always see you guys walk by. Every morning I see you walking your daughter to school.
Yeah.
Check this out. I got these drumsticks for you. They say Recycle Percussion. They're our band name on them. Pretty cool. Pretty cool? All right, give me a hug. You guys have I love that you walk her to school every day, okay? If you guys need anything, let me know, okay? We're right here. All right, take care. Yeah, it's cool. Every day I see them walking him walking his daughter to school for like the last 4 months. Every day out my window, I see him walking his daughter to school. And I had these drumsticks I wanted to give him, so I thought that was pretty cool. But I keep forgetting. But today I saw them, like, oh yeah. Sorry, now I interrupted my fucking thought process, but I had to go. I had to get out there quick. She's so cute. Oh man, I haven't run that fast in 7 marathons in 7 days. What the hell's going on? Whew. Now I'm out of breath. Guys, I'm out of shape. All right, where were we at here? Well, that was cool. See, that's a simple act of kindness, right? You take the time. It's a simple act of kindness to do. Yeah, okay. Now I'm all hot. And bothered. Yeah, that was cool. Hopefully that makes her day. There's enough, you don't ever know anybody's story. But I've been watching that for because if you look on the other side of this, I have a window, right? So there's a window right here, and I just see people walking all the time. And every morning that he must go to school every day at the same time. So, I'm waiting to meet them. So that's the first time I met them. So that was really cool. All right. All right. So we're talking about bands, The Cars versus Kiss. Let's see here. We've got Richard says The Cars. Let's see. Mike says The Cars. Michelle says The Cars. Mohammed says The Cars. Tanya says Kiss. Danielle says The Cars. Gina says Kiss. Amanda says Kiss. Michelle says The Cars. Stacy says The Cars. Carol says The Cars. Okay, look at Kathy says Cars. My mom says The Cars. Rose says Cars. Mary says Cars win. Yeah, I mean the Cars. How can you not like? I have bed sheet fuzzy in my hair. I'm sure I've got a lot of stuff in my hair. Do I have bed sheet fuzzy in my hair? Yeah, The Cars to me are a better band. All right, next one. Here's an interesting combination: The Doors versus Blink 182. Completely different genres, right? But we want to know what you guys like. The Doors versus Blink 182. Okay, of those two. We got The Doors, big in the 60s. Of course, Jim Morrison passed away. He's in the 27 Club. He died at 27 years old. Los Angeles band versus another Los Angeles band in Blink-182. Blink-182, kind of that late 90s into 2000s punk, so of them, would you rather listen to The Doors or Blink-182 for the rest of your life? I'm taking Blink-182. For some reason, The Doors, I've never really cared for The Doors that much. There's a few songs I like. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Probably Blink-182. What do we got here? What do we got? Jay says The Doors. Jeanne says The Doors. Judith says The Doors. Wow. Kristen says Blink-182. Jay says Blink-182. Dan says The Doors. Nikki says Blink-182. I think we're going to start seeing here what our ages are at. That's how you're going to know. Gene says The Doors. Michael says The Doors. Wow, okay. Renee says Blink-182. Danielle says The Doors. I fell in love with Jim Morrison's lyrics. Brandy says 182. So far, The Doors are winning. Let's see here. Christy says Blink-182. Even though I do like The Doors. Carolyn says The Doors. Okay. Gina says The Doors. The Doors win. All right, The Doors win. I thought Blink-182 would have a better chance, but it's probably a demographic thing. For sure. All right, the last one is two great songwriters against each other. Both have a lot of hits. Both are kind of highly underrated, if you ask me. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Bob Seger from Michigan versus the pride of Canada, Bryan Adams. Which one? Bryan Adams versus Bob Seger. Bryan Adams versus Bob Seger. Who are you taking? Growing up, I didn't care for Bob Seger a lot. My mom, who's watched this, is going to pick Bob Seger. She plays him all the time. Because some of the stuff is slow, but as I've gotten older, I've started to appreciate him. The only song I can't stand is Take Those Old Records Off. Because you hear it at every wedding. I associate it with every wedding. Bryan Adams. Unbelievable ballad writer who's written some amazing ballads, right? Sorry. So, of the two for me, gosh, I'm taking Bob Seger for me. All right? Let's see what you guys have to say. Callie, Bob Seger. Crystal, Bryan Adams. Carolyn, Bryan Adams. Shannon, Bob Seger. This is going to be a tight one. Tyler, Bryan Adams. Barbara, Bob Seger. Holly, Bob Seger. Charles, Adams. Okay, this is close. This is like we finally got a split here. Linda, Bryan Adams. Holly just says Bob. Fucking Bob. Who else we had here? Tanya, Bryan Adams. It's like back and forth. Back to Amanda says Bob Seger. This is like an even split. Stephanie says Bob Seger. All right, first one to 5 from here wins because it's a tie. Whoever I see pop up in the comments. Donna, Bob Seger. Okay. Jay, Bob Seger. Oh, come on. What else we got? Where's Bryan Adams? Jesse, Bryan Adams. Tracy, Bryan Adams. Uh-oh. Polly, Bryan Adams. Uh-oh, Bob. Jennifer Ferreira, Bob Seger. Uh-oh. Come on. Bob. Over here, Bob. We got Julie who says Bob. Oh. Tina says Bryan Adams. The next one wins. It is... I can't see it. Gina Arroyo says Adams. So Bryan Adams wins. And then Freddie Dame says Bryan Adams. Okay, so Bryan Adams advances over Bob Seger. That was close. Bryan Adams over Bob Seger. Interesting. Well, a couple of things I want to ask you guys real quick. I was thinking about what I want to talk about this morning. And I was like, you know what? I want to do a Q&A with you guys. Oh, guy outside is like fucking puking in the street. Oh, what's going on out there? All right. Ask me any question you want. I'm just curious. While you guys are asking me a question, I'm just curious. Do you watch the news? Are you like a news watcher? And are you somebody who follows the news to a point where all the anxiousness and anxiety that comes along with watching the news affects you? Like, right now, are you worried about like the economy? Like, I don't watch the news, but I know the stock market's just like, the stock market's like in a nosedive. And I'm just curious if you are somebody who, just out of curiosity, do you watch news? Does it faze you? I don't know. I don't watch news, so I don't know. Are you worried about the economy? Is that something you guys worry about? Like, I've never been one to really worry about it. Like, I just adjust. If I have extra money, I spend it. If I don't, I don't spend it. That's just how I think that I live. I don't really, if I was to watch, the news all day, every day, I would live in a constant state of fear because it kind of feeds off fear. I'm just curious, if that's something that you guys do. Mary says no, she absolutely doesn't watch the news. Michelle says yes. Nikki doesn't watch the news here. Carrie says, I watch for the weather and they're always wrong. Then why do you know that the weatherman never gets right? It's hard. Good luck predicting the weather, right? That's a tough one. What the worst job in the world? Kathy says news sucks. Mona says she watches the weather. Donna, Social Security. Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious. I was just thinking about it. But, is there, I don't know why I brought up the topic because I really rarely talk about it. But I was just thinking to myself, man, like, it just seems like right now, every moment is some kind of Trump doing something. I'm not for or against Trump. I'm just saying it's constant, right? It's constant. So, all right, some questions here. Feel free to shoot me with a question. I'll answer every question in 30 seconds or less. Spencer wants to know, what is your biggest motivation to what you're doing with your production? I don't know what you mean by production. My biggest motivation. Let's just put it to this show. My biggest motivation in this show is to bring positivity in a world right now where social media's got so much negativity. I love to inspire people. I love to bring people together. I love to give people some hope. And for my own selfish reasons, I have mental illness myself, and I find when I start my day with people having good conversations, even though I'm not physically with you guys, we're right here. I can see your names. I can see your comments. It brings me a little bit of happiness. So selfishly, these morning shows do a lot for me as well. All right. What other questions we got here? Have I ever had a surgery before in my life? Have I ever had a surgery? My teeth, I had my wisdom teeth out. And, God, have I ever, I had an endoscopy one time to check for an ulcer like 10 years ago. I had to have my colonoscopy done. I'm at that age. Those aren't really surgeries though. Dental stuff, dental things, broken bones. I've had my nose broken in a fight one time. I got jumped in a ski resort when I was 20 and got kicked in the face a couple times. Broke my thumb rollerblading one time. Jumped off the picnic table and snapped it back. Broke my ribs in Las Vegas jumping off a cliff into water. That sucked for like 5 weeks. What other things have I broken? Broke my ankle in playing in the show. Jumping off the drums, my ankle broke, and it was like the first 3 minutes of the show. I had to play the whole show with it. But nothing serious. I had a knee issue in track in high school that I hurt myself. So yeah. Let's see here. Ashley, how do I feel about all the executive orders? You might be talking about Trump. I don't pay attention, honestly. I don't even know. I know nothing. I genuinely don't know anything. I'm the most unpolitical. I have no political alliances. I don't get involved in it. It's just not my thing. What do I do when everything is going wrong? Ooh, Freddie, that's a good question. Freddie wants to know what I do when everything's going wrong. And you guys should answer some of these questions too, because I like to go back and look at what you guys write, and also, Freddie here might be able to look at your advice. Well, I flip what I call is I flip the script. Sometimes when you think everything's going wrong, it's a mindset thing. Because you can pretend in life that everything's going right. I guess it depends on, that goes back to the whole the glass is half full, half empty kind of deal. the only way to really change the mindset that something's going wrong is to start doing things that you think are positive and making some progress. And that can start with some small victories. So sometimes for me, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I just put it aside. I go, let me focus on one small thing. That's a good question. Daniel wants to know, how did we handle the pressure week after week during the elimination rounds of America's Got Talent? So we had a really difficult time on America's Got Talent more than the other acts, for the simple reason that most of the acts on America's Got Talent were singers or dancers. So all they had to do was figure out what song they wanted to sing or dance to, and then either learn the song vocally or learn the choreography to the song. And we had to create ideas and concepts. So on America's Got Talent, if you look back, I wrote all the parts for America's Got Talent. And on America's Got Talent, all the ideas that we did on America's Got Talent, I came up with. And fortunately for me, I've got a brain that's pretty good at coming up with ideas pretty quick. But executing them, like we'd have a week to come up with an idea where a van splits in half. Like, who the fuck thinks of that? Like, no one's ever done that to this day. Like, we're the only ones that have a van that splits in half, and there's a band. I'm like, oh, it's an Easter egg, and it fucking does this. The pressure was pretty intense on the final episode because we were running out of ideas. And that's the final episode. We did Wipeout. We built a big room that it rained on us. It was water and things like that. But it's interesting. We're not the kind of band that's going to. We didn't have a story to exploit. The guy that won, Kevin Skinner, we came in third place. Kevin Skinner, who won, he had a great story. He's a country singer, and he was a chicken catcher, and he plays in bars, and he's got that slow drag, and hey, my name is Kevin Skinner, and I catch chickens for a living. People like that, right? Barbara Padilla, who finished second, she just had cancer, and she was an opera singer. So people gravitate towards stories more than they do talent. Not saying they weren't talented, but it should be America's Got Stories, really. At the end of the day, that's what it really is. In the world of TV, people gravitate towards stories, right? Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Will I ever come to Australia again? Absolutely. I'd move to Australia if it wasn't so far away. Am I invested in the stock market? Yes. Do I ever see myself moving out of New Hampshire? Yes. Where did we perform at Planet Hollywood? We performed in the Saks Theater. So there's 3 theaters in Planet Hollywood. We performed in the big theater too. So we performed in the big theater for a year with America's Got Talent, or 6 months. What the hell's that show? So interesting story. So Quinn, my wife, she performed. She was. We don't talk about this, but Quinn was a headliner also in Las Vegas for 7 years. Holly Madison, who you might know from, was Holly married to Hugh Hefner? I don't know if it was Holly Madison married to Hugh Hefner? I can't remember. But Holly Madison had a show called Peep Show, and it was written by, who's the guy that wrote it? Quinn's probably watched this and trying to tell me. Jerry Mitchell. Jerry Mitchell was to produce the show Peep Show, but Quinn was a headliner in that. She was one of the main cast members in that show for 7 years. So Quinn also performed every day in Las Vegas for 7 years. We were in Planet Hollywood. Carrie, do I still have a lake house? Yes, I have a lake house, but I don't go there until the summer. What other questions you got? Let's see. Ooh. Oh, this is a good one. How do I stay in shape? How do I stay in shape? Well, I have a non-negotiable in life, where fitness is number one for me. So everything in life is that, like, I have to be active because I know how much it affects my mental state. So, for me, and you guys know I talk about this a lot on the show, the importance of activity. So that's a non-negotiable. Fitness is more important than anything. So I have to work out at some point, and everything else has to be built around that. So I make that a priority. That's a priority for me. How's my knee since the 777? It's still not completely healed. When I run, I can feel it. That's a problem because I got another stunt come up here soon that's going to require me to do it. Was Bonham born in Las Vegas? Yes. My daughter, Bonham, my second daughter, she was born in Las Vegas, but raised in New Hampshire. So it's like a flip-flop. But Bonham lived in New Hampshire till she was 3. So Blake was born in New Hampshire, but grew up in Las Vegas. Bo was born in Las Vegas, but was growing up in New Hampshire. So we kind of did one of these. Kind of interesting, right? Where do I see myself in 10 years? Oh, gosh. That's a good question. Where do I see myself? I don't even know. I don't know. Costa Rica, I guess. Does Quinn have any siblings? Yes, Quinn is the youngest. She has one full brother. My wife has one full brother. And then half brothers and sisters. 1, 2. Her oldest sister, Amy, has cerebral palsy. And she lives in a home that helps take care of her. She has another sister, Debbie, 2 brothers. So she has 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Yeah, so she's one of 5 children. And I probably got that wrong. Oh, my God. I'm going to fuck it all up. I hope she's not watching. Are you watching, Quinn? Oh, fuck, I'm screwed. Am I going to perform in Ohio anytime soon? Yeah, we're going to do some stuff coming up here. We've got some tours coming up here. Right now, we're just focusing on this big show we have coming up on March 22nd. It's a 30th anniversary for our band, so we're putting all of our eggs into that basket right now. So, would I ever consider applying to play Survivor? You'd be a great player. I have never watched a TV show. I should do that. I should be on another reality show like that. I should be like on Survivor or some shit. How long does it take me to do my hair? Well, I haven't showered today. This is from yesterday. I don't shower until after I work out. So my morning's always the same. I do the morning show and I go right to the gym, and from the gym to the shower, and I start my whole work day. Do I have a brother? Yes, I have 1 brother and 3 sisters. I'm the oldest. Let's see here. Where were you married? We got married up in northern New Hampshire. We rented a hotel called the Balsams. It's way up. It's actually one of the hotels they based the movie The Shining off of. So we rented an entire hotel. At the time, Quinn was a New England Patriots cheerleader, so all the cheerleaders came. We had magicians come in from Las Vegas to perform. We have Josh Logan, who was a guitar player. You might remember him from the Voice. He performed. There's about 200 of us in a hotel for 2 days, way up north. And we got married on December 9th, 2006. I think it was 2006. Was it 2006? Something like that. December 9th. They are having auditions for Survivor. Someone sign me up for Survivor. I'm in. I should try Ninja Warrior. No, I would not be good at Ninja Warrior, but Ryan would crush Ninja Warrior. That's built for him. Anyways, well, hey guys, I gotta head out. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Much love to you and all your friends. Have a great day, and take care.